Hello, dear viewers. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here as we embark on this incredible voyage of discovery. Alex Collier's experiences have the potential to reshape our understanding of the universe and our reality, and your support can help spread this valuable message to the world. Before we delve deeper into Alex's wisdom, I kindly ask you to hit that like button below. It may seem like a small action, but your likes empower us to reach a wider audience. Doing so makes you an integral part of this community, united in our pursuit of truth. And while we're at it, why not hit that subscribe button too? By subscribing, you'll be notified whenever we release new videos, ensuring you won't miss a moment of Alex Collier's extraordinary insights. Trust me, you will want to see what's coming. Sit back and relax and listen to Alex Collier discussing the advanced abilities of the Andromedans.
What are some of the more advanced capabilities of the Andromedans that are not technologically related? We know about the telepathy, but what are their other developed skills such as teleportation, bilocation, telekinesis, levitation, any mind-related skills, etc.?
That's a great question. My limited exposure, I have seen levitation. The children do it. On a regular basis, they do it. M has said that he can do it, but I've never seen him do it. I guess it's just not a big deal to fly around the room to them. So, but to the kids, I would think that'd be a big deal. I mean, after all, they are children, and they're in the here and now, and they have the patience of a gnat or a hummingbird. So, that totally makes sense to me. Their healing abilities, the ability to use energy, is remarkable, and they all have it. As I have said, all of their sciences, they all go to school for what would be the equivalent in our time of 150 years. And they learn all the sciences, all the arts that their civilization, the foundation of their civilization is built on. And every civilization has a foundation, an identity, okay, of which it's built on, or it's supposed to, at least the ones that last do. And they continuously build and fortify that foundation by bringing the youngest to the newest and greatest information. They don't teach them stuff that's 30, 50, 100 years old or that isn't correct. So, but that's a whole nother story. So I know about their healing capabilities. I have not seen telekinesis. I've not seen them do that. Telepathy, obviously, because I've talked about Visayas. Well, I'm in the beginning, but Visayas was always telepathic. I don't remember some of the other things you said. But, they're fifth density beings. They're 6, 7-strand DNA. They're way ahead of the curve than where we are. And they grew up in a civilization that encouraged the development of these tools, that stressed how important it was to develop these tools and to use these tools, because it was part of our heritage and it's something that we all feel is about. And why would you not use these talents and abilities when you have them? So they stress that. And what it does is it creates a very well-developed being that is not only self-assured, but truly self-confident in itself, in himself or herself. Or in the case of the androgynous ones, themselves. Um, and that's one of the things that I was so drawn to is their confidence in themselves and each other. It's kind of hard to put into words. You'd have to see it to really appreciate it. Um, I don't want to say they're Superman, but they're like Superman, and they all are, and they're all on the same page. They're all at the same level. It doesn't matter young or old. So there's no question about equality. It never comes up at all. There's no question of who's better because they all do the same things. They've all learned the same things, the same technologies, the same techniques. They all have the same gifts, and they appreciate the gifts. And whether they choose to use them or not is entirely up to them after they've gone through all their education. But you know that they know. I think there's a lot to be said for that. It would be like, okay, Ben Carson, one of the finest surgeons in the world. Beethoven, one of the finest gifted writers of music in the world. Healers. There were so many great healers in the world. If you could take the best attributes of all of these people who we know and put them in an educational program to teach everyone else how to do these things so that we all could learn all of this knowledge, I think it would be absolutely remarkable. A compendium and an educational system built on compendium, the best of all things, the best of everything, and you put it all together and you teach this to everybody. And as they go through this program and they begin to see their own ability to do these things, to understand these things, to comprehend not only the talent, but what it means for humanity. I think it's natural that all of these kids, these students, would become more self-confident and more self-responsible because they would understand how wonderful these gifts are, this abilities, this knowledge. That's the law of consistency, which the A's practice and other civilizations practice. The law of consistency. Each generation that takes over doesn't start over. They are at a place where they renew the foundation. They renew the foundation of the civilization of which they're a part. They don't have to start over. They just succeed. They take over. They inherit all the best that their society has to offer. And it's handed to them for that next generation to take over. And they have a responsibility to do the same thing to the future generations as well, to take the best of civilization and hand it and pass it forward. I don't see any fault in that. I don't see a huge flaw in that whatsoever. What I see is a lot of pride. What I see is a camaraderie, a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a family of beings that nothing could come between. Nothing could come between. It's so resilient because they all stand together. And you don't even have to ask. They naturally know to do this because of their education and the sharing of each other's experience. You know, I think humanity can do the same. I think we absolutely have that potential. But we got to drop a lot of bullshit. We have to knock that chip that a lot of us have on our shoulder. We have to let those chips fall. You know, and we need perspective. We need to form a new perspective about who and what we are and what it is that we want. And you know, over all the years, I've tried to share that. I may or may not have done it well. I don't know. I didn't come in with this training. You know, we just do the best we can. And that's all you can do. You know, is just do the very best you can and hope that it all works out. You know, and that you do the right things as a parent, you say the right things as a lover, you give of yourself, and you know, you try to cut down on the mistakes. But sometimes you have to make the mistake to know that it's a mistake. You know, it's not easy.
Remember, knowledge is power. With your help, we can bring this enlightenment to a broader audience. So please take a moment to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to tap that bell icon. Together, we can unlock the secrets of the universe and usher in a new era of understanding. Thank you so much for your continued support of Alex's work. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to see Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.